Okay, so there is a situation that happened in Acts of the Apostles 5 that I want to share with you, where these two couples, Ananias and Sapphira, lied to the Holy Spirit and they dropped dead. And then when I was studying, I have a little bit of question because I remember in Luke 9:51 down to 55, where Jesus' disciple asked him, should they call fire down from heaven to burn these people the way Elijah does it? And Jesus be like, you don't know the spirit that you're talking about. That I came to give life, not to destroy them. And in Acts, these people lied and then they dropped dead. And for those people who don't study Bible, they think Bible contradicts one another. So let me explain this real quick to you. You see, in Luke, these people make their intention known that they don't want Jesus, right? But in Acts of Apostles, these couples, they wanted these people to believe that they are one with them when they are not one with them. You see, if you read the whole chapter from chapter 2 down 3, 4, and 5, they said the disciples, they all do everything together in one accord. That nobody have anything that they said it was his own. They sold what they have, they bring it to the church. Everybody share it equally. So now this couple wanted them to believe that that is also what they want to do, so they can get the applause of men, so they can say, oh my God, they are nice Christian and stuff like that. So they sold their land also. But they divided the money, they kept half for themselves. Why do they do that? Because number one, they don't have enough faith to know. It's that kind of situation when you started thinking to yourself, well, we don't really know if this thing is going to work. But in case if it doesn't work, let us have something for ourselves. So they don't see them the way everybody else is seeing the movement, as if we are all in one accord. They separated something from themselves because they are not one in one accord. And there is something that happens when you are in a movement that's supposed to be a union. You see, there's something that, let me just use this as an example. A prayer of agreement only works if everybody agrees together. If there are 3 people or 5 people, and if one of them does not believe in what they are doing, the work of the rest of the 4 becomes nothing. Think of it this way: everybody is holding a chain in order to make sure something does not escape. If one person drops that chain, the work of the rest of the 4 is useless. That is what happened in this movement. You see, if Jesus has cut off Judas from the beginning, Jesus will not be in that mess. But we know that it is written. But in case if it's not written, that means Judas will messed up everything. Why? Because his heart was not one with them. I mean, it's not like he doesn't believe, but his belief has a little bit of level that he gets to. So these people, their belief has a little bit of level that he gets to. They don't have that enough faith to know that if we give up everything, God is going to supply all of our needs. And you see, that fact that they don't have enough faith, when the Bible said, do not be equally yoked with an unbeliever, it wasn't saying people who don't go to church. It doesn't say people who don't believe in Jesus. It means people who don't believe at your level. So if you're equally yoked with them, they will try a little bit as far as their faith goes, but eventually they will drop back. And because God is not looking for another Judas in that movement, so when he sees that they already sees their intention, he cuts them off right from the beginning. And I just want to tell you, if you have somebody in your cycle that you know that it's not, they believe, but their belief is not that much. You know, they know what you're doing, but since they don't really understand what you are doing, they're just trying to move along. You need to cut them off immediately. You need to cut them off in your business. You need to cut them off in your career. You need to cut them off in your friendship. Anyone that is not going 100% with you, they will become your Judas. Be blessed.